Hello my fellow handsome gentlemen, this video's topic is about Dior Sauvage. There are now 4 different Dior Sauvage fragrances on the market: the Eau De Toilette, the Eau De Parfum, the Parfum and the Elixir. And in this video I'm going to discuss which one I prefer the most, and I'm going to rank them from worst to best. I don't dislike any of them, but I have a specific order that I enjoy them in. So welcome to my Dior Sauvage buying guide. Let's mention the one that started it all, Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette. In my opinion, Dior Sauvage is of course overused at this point because everybody and their dad has worn this fragrance, but I still think that it's a valid fragrance to use on an everyday basis because it is very versatile. You can wear it for work or school, to the gym, you can wear it to nearly any occasion. It's very long lasting, especially on my skin, around the 10 to 12 hours of performance. Very good projection, and it's not that expensive nowadays either. I really think that the Eau De Toilette is an amazing fragrance, and I've actually also made a short review of that. So overall, Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette is very youthful, very far projecting, long lasting for an Eau De Toilette, and especially for the price that you're paying, very decent fragrance nowadays. Of course overused, but I still really like it. Next up is Dior Sauvage Eau De Parfum. This was actually the first Dior Sauvage that I owned, but I gave it away because I wanted the Eau De Toilette instead. And what I think about the Eau De Parfum is that it's similar to the Eau De Toilette, but it's slightly more rich, not as far projecting, still very decent projection nonetheless, but it's slightly toned down in terms of projection, and it still lasts about these 10 to 12 hours. So if you're looking for a Dior Sauvage that isn't as far projecting but still lasts a long time, you don't want to offend anyone but still want to smell like the Dior Sauvage DNA, I would suggest you to actually try out the Eau De Parfum. The Eau De Parfum is slightly more refined, slightly fresher, and slightly less metallic. Of course, the metallicness of the ambroxan note is still very present, but not as much as in the Eau De Toilette. So if you want the Dior Sauvage DNA but not as far projecting, the Eau De Parfum is something that you could consider looking for. Next up in line is Dior Sauvage Parfum, and right from the start I want to mention that in my personal opinion, Dior Sauvage Parfum is the highest quality Sauvage out of the 3 original Dior Sauvage fragrances, and I think that because it is much more rich than the Eau De Parfum and Eau De Toilette. It's not as strong in projection and performance as the Eau De Toilette and Eau De Parfum. So if you're looking for maximum performance, the Parfum is unfortunately not that. On my skin, the Parfum lasts around 8 to 10 hours compared to the 10 to 12 hours on both the Eau De Toilette and Eau De Parfum. But if you're on the lookout of a higher quality, slightly denser and richer type of Sauvage DNA that doesn't project very far as the Eau De Toilette and Eau De Parfum, the Parfum could be something that you could consider if you're really on the lookout for the original Sauvage DNA, but you want something that doesn't offend anyone, is slightly more mature and grown up, but still lasts a very good time. The Parfum could be something for you. It is very dense, it is very rich in smell, but in my opinion, Dior Sauvage Parfum is slightly overpriced for what it is. Of course, it is high quality. When you're getting a Parfum concentration fragrance, I typically expect very strong, very dense, high projecting, long lasting fragrance, but it lasts and projects well, but in my opinion not enough for the price. Lastly is the newest addition, and that is Dior Sauvage Elixir, and this took me by surprise when I first got it in. I expected a very metallic, strong, fresh, spicy bomb. I expected Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette on steroids, but what we got was something extremely different. This is a Middle Eastern, highly concentrated, strong bomb of Sauvage. So imagine if you took Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette, Eau De Parfum and Parfum, blended all of these 3 fragrances together and gave it to a Middle Eastern perfumer and actually made it beast mode. It has some of that original Dior Sauvage DNA, but this is something completely different. This has some Middle Eastern fougere qualities to it. This is slightly floral, fresh, but it has this very earthy, strong undertones that really project this to the next level. This fragrance is a room filler. You only need around 2 sprays max of this fragrance because you are going to fill out a whole room with this scent. This scent can be smelled from far away. This is a projection monster. And in terms of performance, on my skin, this lasts 24 hours plus. This won't come off my skin. This fragrance is monstrous. Monstrous. Of course, it smells slightly of Dior Sauvage, as I previously mentioned, but this fragrance is something that you can't compare to the other 3. It has some of the original DNA, yes, but it's simply another type of monster. This is very expensive for the average user of Dior Sauvage, but if you decide to pay up the big bucks, you are getting something that is absolutely worth your money. It is not, in my opinion, as versatile as the other 3 because this is going to choke people out. This is not as work appropriate, not appropriate to the gym at all, and for school, maybe if you're a highly extroverted person and you're really screaming for attention, yeah, but this is a room filler, compliment getter, and really an attention grabber. If you want people to notice you and you want to be the star of the show, Dior Sauvage Elixir could be just that for you. This fragrance is a beast and I absolutely love it. So gentlemen, I've mentioned all of the 4 Dior Sauvages that are available on the market, and it's now time for me to rank them. The one that I enjoy the least amount is Dior Sauvage Parfum. I like Dior Sauvage Parfum. It is very versatile as the other 2 original Sauvages. Because of the steep price point, I think that it's not as worth it as the Eau De Parfum and Eau De Toilette. So therefore I'm going to put it on the 4th spot. And in terms of the men's improvement rating, I will give it a very solid 8 out of 10. On the 3rd spot, I will put Dior Sauvage Eau De Parfum. And that is because I think when you're paying something that is above the Eau De Toilette's price, you want something that is even longer lasting than the Eau De Toilette and slightly more projecting. But that is the opposite of what we got in the Eau De Parfum, at least on my skin and from my perspective. So I enjoy Dior Sauvage Eau De Parfum slightly more than the Parfum, but I don't enjoy it as much as the other 2 remaining. So I will gladly put it on a 3rd spot and give it a very solid and honorable 8.1 out of 10. The 2nd spot is going to go to Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette, the original. Highly projecting, long lasting, and cheapest one out of all of the 4 Dior Sauvage fragrances. Amazing fragrance, timeless, very attention grabbing, very compliment pulling, slightly overused nowadays as I told you before, but I still think it's an amazing fragrance. Dior Sauvage Eau De Toilette, 8.2 out of 10, 2nd spot. And I will gladly put Dior Sauvage Elixir on the 1st spot. I'm going to say it right now. Men's improvement rating is 10 out of 10. You're getting a monster from another world for the price point that you're paying. It is expensive, but in my personal opinion, Dior Sauvage Elixir is a fragrance that is worth every single penny that you're going to pay for. This fragrance is a monster, compliment getter, attention grabber, room filler fragrance. This is simply amazing, and I will gladly, with pleasure and without question, put it on number 1 spot of the best Sauvage fragrance. Of course, it's not going to be for everyone, but if you are an extroverted person, you want attention, you want something that is going to last and going to project a lot. If you want a hardworking fragrance, Sauvage Elixir is something for you. Best Sauvage in my opinion. But if you don't want something that is overly overpowering and headache inducing, the Eau De Toilette is right there on the 2nd spot for you. Gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed my Dior Sauvage buying guide. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What is your favorite Dior Sauvage, and do you like Dior Sauvage at all? Do you dislike the fragrances? Let me know down in the comment section below. I will gladly discuss and see your opinions down there in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed this Dior Sauvage buying guide, leave a like if you found this video helpful and informational, and subscribe to the Men's Improvement YouTube channel for more videos about fragrance, grooming, skincare, style, fashion, fitness, finance, anything that will make you, the viewer, the best possible version of yourself in every area of your life. The last thing that I want to ask you is to smile more, because it's free. By the way, have you seen my video about 50 fragrances described in 3 words? In this video, I describe every single fragrance in my collection with just 3 words each. Highly recommend you guys checking this video out. Bye.